Hello everyone, I am Inju Mahin and welcome back to another session. In today's session, we will see how to access, select and modify the data in the data frame. And this video is particularly useful for CBSE Class 12 Informatics Practices students. And by end of this video, you will learn how to access specific rows, columns and values of a data frame, as well as modifying and adding new data. Let's get started. Today's topics are how to select or access data from data frame, accessing a single value, accessing columns, accessing rows and accessing a subset from a data frame. Second one, modifying and adding data values in data frame. How to change or add a column, how to change or add a row, how to change a single data value. First one, accessing a value by label and by position. First, I have created a data frame here. See which type of object is passed. This object is a dictionary, right? So it's curly bracket, so it's a dictionary. And inside the dictionary, what is the value? Which is this data type? That is a list. So this is a dictionary of list. And when we create a data frame by passing dictionary of list, the keys of the dictionaries will be the column header. And here I passed the index A, B, C. This is the index. So we got a data frame with 2 columns, maths and science, and 3 rows A, B, C. And which are the values? In the first column, the values are 75, 80, 95. Second column, 85, 90, 88. So this is our data frame. Now, here I am going to access the value 75. 75 is a value in the data frame, right? To access the value 75, what is the code? See, data frame name. Then in the square bracket, first we pass the column name. This is column name. Then again another square bracket, we pass the row name. This returns the value at that column and row. First data frame name, then open the square bracket, pass the column name, close the square bracket. Then open another square bracket, pass the row name, then close it. Now see the second one, print df.log a math. Here we can use log function as well. We learned log function in series, right? It is used to access a subset of the series, right? Here also we can use log function to access a value, df.log. But when we use log, inside the square bracket, the first must be the row index, second column index, first row index and second column index. So df.log, which is the row index of 75a, which is the column index math. So the first must be the row index and second must be the column index when we use log. Then we can use ilog as well. When we use ilog, we know we have to pass the positional index. So to get the value 85, to return the value 85, how to write? Using ilog, df.ilog. Then what we have to pass? First the row index. Row index, what is the positional index here? 0, right? For A it is 0 and for science it is 1 because it starts with 0. Maths 0, science 1, row wise A0, B1, C2. So to access 85 it is df.ilog 0, 1. Log is used to access data by the row and column labels. Ilog is used to access the data by row and column positions starting from 0. Next is accessing columns. How to access columns from a data frame? First is accessing a single column. To access a single column, you can just pass the column label inside the square bracket. See, df, then in the square bracket, math. To access the column math, first the data frame name. The name of the data frame is df. Then in the square bracket, the column name, math. It must be enclosed in code because it is a string, right? This column name is a string, so it must be enclosed in code. This is how we access a column. So to access this science, how to write df, then in the square bracket, science, enclosed in codes. Next, we can use log as well. We learned when we use log, what has to be passed first? The row labels have to be passed first. So here that's why we need all the row labels to access this column math. See all the row, we need to access all these values 75, 80, 95, this full column. So all the rows are there, right, in this particular column. That's why we put a colon. Instead of writing all the row labels, we can just write a colon, comma. Now which column? Math. Pass that. So when we use log or ilog, first it must be row labels, then column labels. It will return which column? Math column. Now, access multiple columns. How to access multiple columns? More than one column. To access multiple column, we have to pass it inside the square bracket. to access multiple column, we have to pass it inside the square bracket. So df, then it is already we are passing the column name in the square bracket, but inside the square bracket you have to pass it as a list. See the math and science, that is in the form of a list. Then both the columns will be faced. See the first one, how the output is. When we access a single column, the output is in the form of a series. Here you can see the dtype int64, that is for a series, right? For data frame, this dtype will not be printed. So when we access a single column, it will be written in the form of a series. When we access more than one column, it will be written in the form of a data frame. So single brackets df maths returns a series, double brackets df returns a data frame. So inside the square bracket, you have to pass a list if you want to access more than one column. Next, accessing rows. Now if I want to access the row B, the row with the row label B, how to access? We can use log. We cannot just pass it inside the square bracket as series. We have to use log or ilog. df.log, then pass this B. df.log B. This returns the column B in the form of a series. This will be in the form of a series. See, in the column B we have maths. For maths it is 80, for science it is 90, and data type is int64. So see here, when we access a single row, the output will be written in the form of a series. If you access C, what will be the output? Math 95. Math and science are the index of the series. 95 and 88 are the values of the series. So how to access a row? df.log, then in the square bracket you pass the row index. Now we can use ilog as well. When we use ilog, we have to pass a positional index. For B, which is a positional index starts with 0. For A it is 0, for B it is 1, right? So when we use ilog, we have to pass 1 if we want the if we want the row B. Next, print log A comma B. Here we have passed a list inside the square bracket. Why do we pass list? If we want to access more than one row, right? As in columns. Here, if we want to access more than one row, we have to pass it as a list. df.log, then inside the log square bracket, pass it as a list A comma B. Same for ilog 0, 2. Next, df 1 colon 3. This also returns rows. 1 colon 3. What is 1 here? B, the row B, right? When we pass this slice inside the data frame, the rows will be returned. In the data frame object, the square bracket, the slice. In this case, the rows will be returned. So 1 colon 3, what will be returned? At 1 we have B, but 3 we don't have. We have only 0, 1, 2. So till the end of the data frame, it will be returned. B and C will be returned. Next is accessing a subset. Rows and columns. Here, see here inside the log function, what is passed first? It must be row labels. So we pass from A to B. We know while using log, the n value will be included. While using ilog, the n value will not be included, right? So here it is log A colon B. Rows A and B. Now math colon science, that is math, we have only 2 columns, so both the columns math from math to science. This value 75, 85, 80, 90 will be returned. See, like this. Now for the next one, df.log. Here, instead of slice, we can pass it as a list as well. If we want to access A and C, we cannot pass it as a slice, right? From A to C, if we pass it as a slice, A to C, A, B, C, all this will be accessed. All this will be selected. So what we have to do, we can pass it as a list. If we want only A and C, pass it as a list inside the log function A and C, comma, again maths and science as a list. This way also it is possible. Okay, the following 2 statements will return dash. df.log colon name. df is a data frame. df, then in the square bracket we pass the column name. What will happen? What will be returned? Will it return same output or name column of data frame? Both of the above different output. First one, what will be returned? from the data frame, the column name will be returned. Right, in the log function, first column means all the row, then name. So the column name will be returned. Second is df, then in the square bracket name, the column name will be returned. So what is the answer? Both of the above, same output and name column of the data frame. So the correct answer is option C, both of the above. Next is to change or add a column. So here this is our data frame. To add a new column. How to add a new column? See here, how to access a column. To access a column, first data frame name, then in the square bracket, if we pass the column index, we can access the column. Right. In the same way we can, so when we have to modify or add a new column, we have to write the command. First we have to write the command for accessing that column. Here it is df of English. Using log also you can write df.log, then in the square bracket colon comma English. That also can access a column. Right. So here df, then in the square bracket English, equal to give the values as a list. Either you can pass the values as a list or as a series. Here if you want to add one more column English, already we have math and science. If you want to add one more column, how to add? df, then in the square bracket pass the new column index English and equal to the list of values. Now what will be the output? A new column will be added with the data frame df and the values are 88, 92, 81. Now here, how to modify an existing column? That is also same. If the column, see here the column English was not there. In that case, it will be added. If the column index, past column index is not there, it will be added. If it is already there, in this case math is already there, so the values will be modified. Here the values are given as 70, 89, 90. First it was 75, 80, 95. So when we print df, what will be printed? The new values 70, 89, 90 will be printed. You can directly assign new list or series to add or modify columns. Next is to change or add a row. How to change or add a row? Here also to access the row, what is the code that you have to write first? df.log of d. Using this code we can access. If we have the row d, we can access it. Here it is not there, so a new one will be added. Right. df.log d equal to give the values as a list. So if the past row label is not there, a new one will be added. Now this is the data frame A, B, C, D. Right. Now next, modifying. If it is already there in our data frame, see here it is B. B is already there in the data frame. The values will be modified. New values are 72, 88, 91. When we print the data frame, we can see the modified values 72, 88, 91. This is how we add or change a row. Next is modify a single data value. How to access a single data value? For suppose I want to access this 91. How to access? First we will write the data frame in df. Then in the square bracket, first we will write the column name, right? Then row label df, then the bracket English, then again square bracket b. That will access 91. So here to modify a value, first you have to write how to access the position. Here df science b, that is science b. This is the position. Now we will initialize the value 99. Now when we print the data frame, the new value will be 99. In the data frame, the value will be 99. Using log also we can change. Using log also we can access the element, so we can change it. df.log c, English. So which is the position here? C. When we use log function, it must be first row label. C, English, C and English. Here it was 81. Now after executing this code, it will be 91. Next, to add a column with total of all the marks. Here we have the marks of different subjects. I want to add a column here with total of all the marks. In data frame, we can add column wise and row wise. Okay, in data frame, we can add column wise and row wise. How to access the first column? Math is the first column. How to access that? df, then in the square bracket math. How to access the second column? df, again in the square bracket science. How to access the third one? df, then in the square bracket English. So each of this will return a series, right? And we can add two series. The values at the same index will be added together, right? So the values for all the 3 columns, the indices are 1, A, B, C, D. So at the same index, in all the 3 columns, same index will be there, that will be added together. When we fetch DF of maths, it will return a series with A, B, C, D as the index and 70, 72, 90, 65 are the values. When we fetch science by using DF, then in square bracket science, it will also return a series with A, B, C, D as the index and 85, 88, 88, 78 are the values. So series will be written and we can add those series. How to write DF of total? This is the new column name. DF of total equal to DF of math plus DF of science plus DF of English. This will add a new column total into this data frame with these values. First value will be 70 plus 85 plus 88, 243. In this way, we can add the columns of the data frame and we can add the rows as well. Next, predict the output of the following code. Import Pandas as PD, data. See how the data is created here by using dictionary of list. So what will be the column labels? A and B, right? Row labels will be 0, 1, 2. So created the data frame. Now df dot log of 3 equal to 70, 80. Log of 3 equal to 70, 80. First when we created the data frame, we had 0, 10, 40, 1, 20, 50, 2, 30, 60. That was our data frame. Now df dot log, we are adding a new row by using df dot log equal to 70, 80. The new value will be 70, 80. This is the output. Next, following data frame containing year-wise sales figures for 5 salesperson. This is the data frame. Write a statement to add new row for ramen with values 55,000, 66,000, 77,000, 88,000. How to add a new row? df.log. The name of the data frame is df, capital DF dot log. Right, df.log. Then in the bracket you have to pass the new row label which is ramen equal to the values as a list. df.log ramen equal to 55,000, 66,000, 77,000, 88,000. Next one. Carefully observe the following code. Here we are creating a data frame, cpd.dataFrame. A data frame will be created by passing which object, what is this result object? It is a dictionary. Result is a dictionary. Now dictionary of what? This 12C and 12D, they are also dictionaries. So this is dictionary of dictionary. When we create a data frame by passing dictionary of dictionary, the column labels will be the keys of the main dictionary. Main dictionary is the result, this one. PT1 and PT2 will be the column name. What about the row index? Row index will be the keys of the inner dictionary. Inner dictionaries are 12C and 12D. So which are the keys? Amit, Kajal, Ramesh, then Lalita and Prakash. These are the row index. Like this the data frame will be created. See, this will be the data frame. PT1 and PT2 are the column label. These are the row label. The names are the row label. Now in PT1, for Amit, PT1 and PT2. Amit, PT1 it is 12C, PT2 it is 12D. For Amit, 34. In PT2, there is no key value pair. There is no key Amit. So it will be NaN value. Second one, Kajal, PT1. Do we have Kajal? Yes, 27. In PT2, yes, we have Kajal 34. So 27 and 34. Ramesh, in Ramesh, we have in PT1, that is 37. In PT2, we don't have. So here it is NaN value. So this is how the data frame will be created. Now what is the question? Find the output of the following code. Print df.log Kajal colon Ramesh. df.log. After the log, first it must be the row index. So it is a slice here. Kajal colon Ramesh. Here column index is not specified. It means all the columns. Okay. Kajal to Ramesh and for all the columns. Here it is log. So the n value will be included. Kajal to Ramesh. These two rows will be fetched. See Kajal, Ramesh. Next, consider the below data frame items. This is the data frame. Write suitable Python statements for the following. Add a column called sale price, which is 10 rupees more than the value of the price. this is the value 7750, 475, 225, 150. These are the values of the price. And in the new column, what should be there? 10 rupees more than this. So in the first one, it must be 7760, then 485, then 235, then 160. So how to create a column? How to create a column? The name of the column is sale price. And what is the name of the data frame? Items. So items, then in the bracket, sale price. This is how we create a column, right? Items, then in the bracket, sale price equal to, it must be 10 more than the value of price. DF of price plus 10. When we fetch DF of price, it will be fetched in the form of a series. So we can add 10 along with the each value in the series, right? It supports vector operation. So we can add values with each element of the series. See, items, sale price equal to 10 plus items price. Items of price. It will be fetched, items of price. This column will be fetched and 10 will be added with each value in the column. Next, add a new item named printer having price 8000 and quantity as 10. See the second one. Here what we have to add, column or row. Printer 8000 is the price, quantity 10. That means it is a row, right? Now how to add a row? We should use df.log. Here what is the name of the data frame? Items. So items.log. Now what is the index, row index? Here till 3 we have. So the next one is 4. So items.log, then pass 4 equal to printer 8010. Items.log, then 4 equal to printer 8010. And that's your wrap for today's session. We covered how to access, select and modify data in data frames. In the next session, we will see some more operations on data frame. Thank you.